So I'm over here doing clothes now, and I figure I'd talk about NXT and Smackdown at the same time as I was getting clothes done. So let's run through this. There's some people over here, so yeah. But NXT and SmackDown, they were both pretty good. I don't know why SmackDown ended up with the New Day and the bar match. I mean, I know it's the tournament for for the SummerSlam, but I just don't feel it's got enough hype for it to go through. So I don't think that it was the right match to do that. If anything, with this women's revolution stuff happening, or evolution, the evolution pay-per-view happening in October, and I know it's a little far out, a couple months out before then, but I think that if they start now, if they start kind of planting the seeds of the storylines, if they start, and they have done that to a point. I'm saying in the matches, in how they project those, what those matches could be. Not the same matches that they're gonna put on for months and months and months to practice for evolution, but just ideas of who's gonna face who. That way it kind of says, okay, we can start seeing this become something pretty big, and it's important because the women's revolution, that is important. That's something huge. That's something it hasn't been done by WWE. It had, it's been done before. I mean, you got Glow, you've got other women's independent scenes out there that do the women's wrestling, but it's not on WWE's scale of what they can do with it. And if WWE does it right, it will happen. I just hope they put everything together correctly to push it in the right direction. Because it would be cool if they had. I don't want to segregate it to that, but it would be cool if they had one main pay-per-view a month and then one women's pay-per-view a month. And have it to where it's like it's all on the network and you're getting your money's worth. And then if WWE wants to charge an extra $5-10, to because there's more content on there. Plus you're getting all the content that was there before. There's no reason why you can't spend another $5-10 a month to get the WWE Network. Oh, and I'm wearing AJ Styles, by the way. It's the old. I think it's his first shirt that he had, but it's a good one. I like it. But it all just encompasses back to they could offer more for the network. They could offer more for that kind of stuff, and I think it'll be good for WWE in total. As far I saw the Rusev and English segment, the Lana Rusev English segment, and I think that's a small storyline that could turn into something bigger. But if one of them had a title, it could be something even even more huge. Whether that be like if it was the United States title, because the storyline with what is it? Jeff Hardy and Randy Orton and Shinsuke Nakamura. That one's okay. That's centered around the United States title. But I think if this storyline with Rusev and English was centered around that title, I think it would kind of make it different. I still think that there's things that Smackdown are doing very well. I believe that Smackdown is to a point almost as good or even better than Raw. I believe NXT right now is better than both of them. And I'll get into NXT here in a second. But that's because it doesn't. I just feel like they've got more freedom on SmackDown. Like the writers say, like I talked about before, the writers, it's more based on bullet points. Hit this, hit this, hit this, and we'll take the story from there, and we'll carry the storyline out. And as long as you hit these marks, as long as you say the stuff in this direction, then you're golden. You're good. We'll make it work. We'll do what we can with it. Because if you sit there and you make a script out for every single person, every single line, it comes out the way that Bobby Lashley does on Raw. It seems like it's just it is robotic. It's machine-like. It doesn't make for good television. It just doesn't. But we're not getting into Raw today because we already did that. So let's get into NXT then. This Ciampa Gargano Black storyline, I love the shit out of it. That's going to be awesome match, and I cannot wait for Takeover. Takeover Brooklyn 4 is going to be amazing, and I mean that like my head is tingling now because I'm thinking about what that's going to be like, that triple threat match. I watch it, and I see the guys move in the room or move in the ring, and I can't see. I can see the big moves and everything. But I can't see like the details, of certain things. So it's like, I might miss things here or there, but for the most part, I see the big moves, and I cannot wait for that match. And I'm wondering if, and I haven't looked into it because I don't want no spoilers. Like a person I know doesn't want spoilers. But I'm wondering if they're going to start the Mae Young Classic at TakeOver. If that's going to be the start of it. That would be, just to start that tournament off on that brand there, that would be cool. And the tag team situation is happening on NXT. That's going to be pretty cool too. They've got different tag teams that can do the technical stuff, they've got the different tag teams that can do the high, the heavy machinery, I'm trying to think of the war machine, war machine. I want to call them war machine, but I don't think that's the right name. But I think they're going to be pretty good. So I think all in all, NXT and Smackdown were amazing. Well, good, amazing, good, amazing. Yeah. Either way, they were enough to watch. So I hope to talk to you guys later. All right, bye.